It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Why don't you give him the 411 can to dry?
I'm not only going to give you the 411, I'm going to give you the 7-Eleven. I'm going to give you the 24/7. I'm going to give you the 2468. Who do we appreciate?
Scott Steinerman.
Dynamite after dark, baby.
Let's play the music. Wrong one.
Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my occupation. Tell me what's my race. Tell me is it with inflation. Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my race. Tell me all my sexual distaste. Tell me what you need. Tell me how you feel. Tell me all your information.
You know, you had the right one the first time.
Oh, no, that's no.
That was the All Weather Wrestling Show.
Oh,
Yeah, we're Wednesday night, my guy.
Oh my God. Hulk Hogan says you should always take your vitamins, and I took a vitamin.
Well, special JFB vitamins.
Special JFB vitamins.
They are special.
Boom.
Let me tell you something, brother. When JFB takes his vitamins, he takes them like no one can before. He'll fall asleep in the middle of a podcast, brother.
The greatest moment in the history of the AFW network. I sound like Shivani now. It's the greatest moment in the history of the AFW network.
A cross between Shivani and Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
That's what I do best, my friend.
It's the greatest night in AFW history.
You sounded like a Kermit mixed with Johnny Carson.
Well, I go for more of a Kermit mixed with Marvin the Martian, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
I see it.
Take
Anyway,
it old school, baby.
And for those who care, I'm JFB, James from Boston.
Just kidding. We love you, JFB. And I'm, of course, that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. I'm Canada F and dry, damn it. So just before we introduce Laura Ryan Rich, I just want to say that Joseph Graham, for his poor behavior, has been kicked off the show until he learns how to behave properly.
You mean awesome behavior?
No.
Get him out of here.
Mr. Isaacs. So since you know he's replacing Joseph Graham, Mr. Isaac, introduce yourself.
Well. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the voice of Saturdays here on the AFW network, right here. I am the effing expert, Mr. Isaacs. Hello, gentlemen.
You know, you could maybe even call yourself Mr. Saturday Night.
Mr. Saturday Night. That sounds
Nice.
good. I like it.
It's growing on me.
And then this guy, he can introduce
Yeah,
himself.
there's that guy right there.
That
I
guy.
guess you could introduce yourself.
Whoever the hell he is.
Ladies and germs, it is the super nerd himself, one half of the co-host of the effing comic store. I'm under the weather, but like JFB, Lord Ryan Rich knows how to take his vitamins.
Yes.
So I'm here bearing with it because I couldn't miss you mother effers 2 weeks in a row.
Okay, so because you mentioned the effing comic book store. Ryan! Yeah!
I love it. Getting some calisthenics in.
Matthew B. would like to know how the Hulkamaniacs are doing today.
I don't know, man. I haven't talked to them today.
Podcast.
I don't know. Tell me that.
Maybe send a message to 8-year-old me.
How are my Hulkamaniacs doing? Well, let me tell you something, brother. I'm dead broke.
I'm dead. I lie about everything, brother. Go Trump.
So apparently the hurricane
Yeah.
has devastating effects on friends of the show, Natalia Markova and Brian Idol.
Oh,
Yeah.
geez.
They lost a lot of material possessions.
Yeah.
I believe Natalia's apartment is on the first floor.
Yeah.
So,
Good for groceries, bad for hurricanes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, she lost a lot of material, including her PS5.
Ooh.
Oh no.
That one hurts. That one stinks.
That hurts right here. That hurts
I
right
don't
here.
know.
Me too.
Like, she's a girl, so she lost all her makeup.
Oh,
And
PS5
that's
or makeup. I don't know
That's
which one
more
hurt.
expensive than the PS5, probably. No lie. That stuff gets, especially, she's
I
a
know.
professional in-ring performer. Like, that stuff expensive.
I'm certain of it, and she can't get the cheap shit either because it's got to be the
No,
stuff
because
that
it's
works
got to
well
be
with
under
the
lights
comics.
and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You gotta
maybe,
have stage makeup.
maybe it is more costly than the PS5.
Possible.
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
Especially when she got it from Sephora.
Tampa Bay Devil Rays don't even have a stadium anymore. It's
It's not going to be
gone.
ready for opening day next year, they said.
Oh, they're saying it's not going to be ready for the full season.
Oh, wow. I saw opening day. I hadn't seen
Yeah.
the newest report.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Well,
Yeah,
you know
where they're
what?
gonna-
On behalf of everyone from AFW Network, if you were affected by Milton or Helene, just know that we are with you and we are here for you. Our thoughts and our prayers. I know that there's people within our great organization that try to help out everywhere they go. So if there's any of our loyal followers down there, and if you have any stories that you can tell us of anything going on or really feel good stories, share them with us. We'd love to hear them. We'd love to be able to tell them about them here on the air and, get some more eyes on the situation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't go threatening FEMA, for God's sakes.
Yeah. Let them get in and do their job.
Yeah. Good Lord.
So, Tiffany, this shirt stuff here.
Bring
She
back
wants us to
Joe.
bring back Joe.
I got a hashtag for you, Tiffany. Hashtag no.
Oh, bam,
No.
No.
Get used to this face.
Here's another no. Can you do this? Can you do it one more time after I show this one?
Yeah. No.
Hashtag no.
No.
I acknowledge the King Elvis Presley. All right.
Yeah,
I know
that seems about right.
Elvis Martinez. Yeah.
And then we got Shane L.Y. All right. Everyone have a good night, unless you're a rich and ruthless member.
The reason why he can't hear is because there's so much bullshit lodged in his ears. That's why he can't hear anymore.
Oh my goodness, it is getting.
Well, maybe there's something wrong with his listening device.
No, he's just full of bullshit. So it's all the way. It's covered up to his ear. It's
No,
almost.
I will not have you talk shit about our Halos Up member.
Well, he better not talk smack about mine then.
He would never do anything like that.
He just did.
I've never
He
heard
just
anything
did.
like that.
Literally, it was written in front of your face. Do you know how to read?
I didn't see it.
I'm sure you did.
I can't call what I didn't see.
Selective vision, much like the women I know in my
Debbie,
life.
did you see
Selective
anything?
memory.
Did you see anything, Debbie?
I didn't see squat.
Yeah,
No,
that's
this-
fine.
Mr. Isaac,
This
you
is
see
where the
anything?
hot ear is coming from this guy over here.
That's
We
fine.
have
You
lost
go
full
ahead.
control here, gentlemen.
Yeah.
There are shenanigans.
Should we talk some wrestling?
I think we probably should talk some wrestling.
Good old
You
fashioned.
know who hates what?
Talk
You know
about
who
wrestling.
hates when we call it wrestling?
Oh, of course I do.
Haney?
Because I always give her shit about it. Tiffany, it's wrestling. All right. It's good
Oh,
old
okay.
fashioned Southern wrestling.
Yeah.
It's what we talk about here.
Justice for
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe he'll be back on the show next week.
Maybe,
Who
you know
knows?
what? Maybe Sunday on the All Effing Wrestling Show, we have a court. And we let the jury decide whether or not Joe comes back.
People can vote on the show.
Yeah.
If you
Just
come
I
saying.
vote
back.
yes.
Hashtag,
Turning in my ballot early. I vote yes.
hashtag
Do we have advanced
rigged
voting in this
election.
thing, Debbie?
It's
It's
one of
gotta
my
be an
constitutional
impartial jury.
rights.
This here ain't no democracy. This guy over here, it's an auto. It's not democracy.
Wrestling.
Exactly, Tiffany. Wrestling. That's
And
what I'm
then we
saying.
got Matt B trying to run an American terrorist group.
America will take over the world. Okay.
Let's just say.
Unless you give me $1 million.
I got a response to that. Hashtag no.
Hashtag no.
We get a video recap of Wrestle Dream and Moxley in a pickup truck. This is their mode of transportation, ladies and gentlemen, because they arrived to the stadium, and left. Ooh, Canada Dry. Ooh.
Canada Dry, drinking Canada Dry.
It's going to open a vortex.
I'm drinking myself. I'm a freaking cannibal.
It's like the picture that goes into the picture to the picture to the picture, never ending. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The weird
Those
little
things
vortex
freak me
thing.
out.
It's going to open.
That's
up
what
a
you're
hell's
doing.
gate.
When you drink Canada Dry, that's what you're doing. You're recreating one of those. It's freaky, man.
Freaky deaky.
Yeah.
I gotta say, we have a lot of fun on this podcast.
Oh, yeah, we do. So Moxley basically says that he's going to burn the forest down to rebuild it. And then he says something about new paradigm. And I assume this is what their name is eventually going to be. Which is okay. I mean,
I think they're taking their time with this. I don't think they got it down yet.
yeah.
Or they would have told us.
I mean, Top Flight called them BCC like 10 times on this episode.
Yeah.
So, I don't
Top
think
Flight
it's
or Dark Order.
Top Flight,
Oh.
dude.
Oh, they did
Yeah.
as well.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Evil Uno said it too. He called
Yeah.
him BCC. So
So maybe they will be BCC. Who
Yeah.
knows?
I like this opening. This is the opening that we needed. We didn't get any answers. Kind of Inception.
No, I like this Dossie Chatham guy. He's cool shit. I like him.
He is cool. I like him.
We got Tony Hayes.
Hey,
Greetings, gentlemen.
Hey.
We haven't
Look, he's
heard
got
seen
a-
Tony Hayes in a while.
he's got a sloth kissing a sloth. This is
Yeah.
profile picture.
Okay, that is the
That's
great
kind of like
picture
Canada
of-
Dry drinking Canada Dry, right?
It is. Yeah. It's fantastic.
If Mox tries to burn down a forest, I'm sure that Smokey the Bear will F him up.
All right. Well, that's what he's there to
Did
do.
you guys
That
catch
doesn't work for me,
my,
brother.
did you guys catch my hot pepper eating challenge today?
I sure did. That was
I watched
fantastic.
it as soon as you
This
posted.
stuff. Sorry, go ahead, Rich.
I said I watched it as soon as you posted it. Like it was on there for 90 seconds before I watched it, I think.
Yeah, see, I was originally not going to be eating it, but I figured like you guys wouldn't be interested in seeing this guy eat this stuff as much as seeing me eat this stuff, right? You don't know. This guy's new.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so I'm like, I kind of have to bite the bullet on this. And we didn't know what it was. We don't know what these peppers were. The mystery pepper. We still don't know what we ate.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was hot.
Yeah.
It was hot.
How you feeling?
So this is the whole only reason we did it was because this could be a tester.
Yeah.
For when we do the Carolina Reaper episode.
Mm.
So
That's an episode I'm gonna miss.
It gives me heartburn thinking about it.
Gentlemen's clench your anuses before you have that episode.
well,
Fucker.
now Clem, he has second thoughts now because of how hot this was. I'm
Oh,
like, dude,
okay.
you. So
Yeah.
I thought he said it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, he
well,
was making it like it wasn't bad. He
He
was
was like-
kayfabe.
Come on, Clem. What is it really?
well, Clem is going to step up. He's a man of his word.
He was
I'm
like,
not
Aaron-
doubting Clem. I'm just saying I'm getting very mixed messages here from you about this whole experience.
He was
Clem
like,
will.
it's not that bad, you damn pussy. Just eat it.
Well,
Yeah.
breaking the fourth wall here. He was supposed to call me a baby, like make fun of him.
Oh, okay.
But he's just such a nice guy.
Yeah.
He couldn't bring himself to do it.
No, he couldn't call me a baby. He's like, "Oh, you're doing a good job. Keep it up."
Yeah,
It's like,
you picked the
stop
wrong
being
person
so
to
damn
do it
encouraging.
with
I'm
you, man.
insulting you.
See, you needed one of us there. We would have
Yeah.
been more.
Like,
All right.
wow,
Yeah.
you were
I would've-
terrible at this.
I would have ran it behind you in nothing but my underwear, going pussy, and just kept.
Oh
going.
yeah, I was trying to get him to call me a pussy because I'm so hot. But he's
I
like, I
would've
can't
done
say
that,
that. He's like, well, how
JFB.
about a baby.
I would have done that, and I would have raised you one. I would have got a gallon of milk and poured it down my underwear at the same time.
Lord Ryan Rich, I wish we were in the same city. We would have such fun doing the shit.
Oh my god.
So getting back to the wrestling.
Yeah, getting back to wrestling. So yeah, Canada Dry, your thoughts on the opening salvo?
Is I
Okay. Lord Ryan Rich.
I mean, it's good to hear from your new world champion to start off the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought it was good. He's just relaying the purpose once again of what they're there for.
Yeah. The effing expert.
I thought it was good, man.
this just trying to get me to put an insurance policy out on my friend.
Jesus.
Man, that's something you do not want to admit on a comment
Listen,
of a wrestling podcast.
This will not happen. I love my friend.
Happened. Disclaimer. That never happens. Right.
He sounds so convincing. There's a good chance he may have done it. That's all I'm saying. As serious as Lord Ryan Rich sold that guy a murder kit.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I am gonna have to disassociate myself from you guys and your filth. Good lord.
Listen, I promise you, there's no life insurance. And I don't think you can put it out on your friend. Can you even buy life insurance for your friend?
I don't know. You could buy it for your pet. Maybe you can buy it for your
buy
friend.
it, like, yeah, like I can see you buying it for like a loved one, a relative. Yeah. You're like, this is my friend Bill. I'm buying life insurance for him. Why? I just think he needs it. I'm also the beneficiary. I don't know. I don't think it works. I don't think you can do that.
Didn't you get your a new policy out on your grandma?
I don't know. Seemed to work fine when he pulled up into my driveway and then he took off, and I don't know.
Tony Hayes says shit happens. It does happen. It does indeed happen.
If there's one thing that I know about shit, is that it happens.
I know that. This is a fact.
That's the one thing that I know.
So
anyways, I'm sorry. Getting back to the cold open here. I liked it. I thought it was good. I like how they're doing these. And, you want to start the show with the new world champion making a statement. So I enjoyed it. What in the world?
I don't know. This is getting away from us.
This is going off the rails, and we haven't even got through the opening promo yet.
I feel like a good population of our audience is people who are in jail.
No, it was my murder kit story. It really brought a lot of viewers in.
Yeah, like I feel like Tony Hayes was a result of this murder kit story. He's been here since the murder kit story.
If nothing else, I'm bringing in the numbers.
If we got to hook in the true crime crowd, like all the millennial white women that are obsessed with death, that's how we do it. Just talk about Lord Ryan Rich's murder kit, and they're all going to be like, "Oh yeah, it's a true crime podcast."
And I even have a name for this podcast.
Oh, what is it?
Wrestling with True Crime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we just replace. I want paranormal crossed out.
Hey, it works. Don't reinvent the wheel. All right.
With crayon, True Crime.
You gotta misspell it TRU and then CRYME.
Yeah.
You can give the ghost the knockoff Ghostbuster guy. You can put a little like magnifying glass in his hand.
Yeah.
It's like he's a detective now.
So Adam Cole comes to the ring. He cuts a promo. And he talks about how you can't trust MJF and all this other stuff. And then MJF comes on the screen. He does his rigmarole and cuts his heel promo. You're never going to get me in the ring. You're never going to get a chance to get after me. I'm going to dangle the carrot, blah, 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 blah. So I guess my main problem with the whole Adam Cole and MJF is that they built and spent almost a year building up the Adam Cole MJF eventual Adam Cole turn, revealing himself to be the devil, and then Adam Cole gets hurt. MJF gets hurt. He goes off and makes a couple movies. I understand the flip. You have the hottest heel right now in MJF, so you got to have a perfect foil for him, and that would be Adam Cole as the face. I think what bothers me is that I'm supposed to now, just as a figment of my imagination, forget that Adam Cole was the ultimate heel and MJF was almost the ultimate babyface.
Right.
And I feel like they got to a point where they painted themselves in a corner and they just burnt the ship and built a new one and said, we're going to sail on this one. Let's see what we can do. Canada Dry, your thoughts on Adam Cole?
Okay, like I feel like everyone is focusing way too much on this past devil part.
Yeah.
But Adam Cole was a face when that started. And MJF was a heel. So pretty much what it was is Adam Cole got one over on MJF by suckering him in. And did he do some dark, twisted things to do it? Yeah. So.
Okay. Lord Ryan Rich, your thoughts, my friend?
Yeah, I disagree. It's dumb. It's still dumb because even after MJF was gone, Adam Cole was still part of Undisputed Kingdom and a very clear heel. So it is dumb to just have him be the babyface and Max just be the heel. I don't care about this story as it's presented right now at all.
Yeah.
Well, at some point you're gonna have to suck it up, Buttercup, and move on and enjoy the show.
I don't have to. I can just not enjoy the storyline.
I hate this.
I'm just saying it's dumb. There's no like for Adam Cole to come back. Okay, fine, but there should have been some sort of catalyst in order to make him become this again. Not just I showed up, I'm back after a few months, and now I'm good guy again. And then like he tried to reference, I told Roddy and Matt and Bennett that I had to do this on my own. They're still heels.
Well, no, there's a sign that they're
still heels.
Oh, come on.
So it's just dumb. All of it's dumb, and I don't care about any of it.
And you know what?
They missed the timing.
You're going to sit there until you eat that storyline, or you're going to sit there till dinner.
I can enjoy a promo for a promo and be what it is, but that doesn't mean that the basis of the storyline is stupid. And that's what it is. It's dumb.
Okay. Mr. Isaacs.
I got to agree with my brothers here, JFB and Lord Ryan Rich. It's fucking stupid. I'm sorry. I gave my thoughts on this on Wrestle Dream. Like, you can't make this the number one angle for half a year and then just all of a sudden, like, wash it and act like, well, actually, I'm the good guy and you're the bad guy. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it at all. I mean, these two guys will make the best of it. They're great performers. They're going to put on a good show no matter what. I don't like it. It doesn't make sense to me.
Well, yeah, that's all I'm really saying.
I wish they had booked it differently than this because it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's all I'm really saying is that you got.
I'm not saying that they can't have good matches or anything else, but the basis of the story is dumb. So therefore, anything that springs forth from it is fruit of the poison tree.
Yeah.
No, that's where I disagree with you majorly, because it's not going to stay dumb. Unless you don't let unless
how can you undumb this? How can you undumb this?
No.
How can you undumb it?
Undumb it.
I don't know, but because I'm not a professional writer for a wrestling company.
But neither is Tony Khan.
That's an open-handed slap, ladies and gentlemen.
Tony Khan, I do have his address if you want me to give it to you.
You think he'll let me write this shit? I'll give it a shot if he wants to pay me big money to do it. I mean, you know.
He can
I
pay
mean,
you
that's
medium
shit
money and
about
I'll
it.
do
I'll
it.
let you do that after you talk shit. It's like,
Yeah,
I'll let
well,
you do that.
Hey,
Tony Khan's pretty petty, so he's not going
Yeah.
to hey, you're this guy who talks shit about me. You want to run the
it's
show?
it's the old Vince Russo gag of I'm going to bash everything about WWE and then email Vince McMahon like 5 times a week wanting a job.
Right? It's like he was so impressed, bro, how bad I was shit talking the show that he offered me a job. And
Just
I
listen
said,
to my genius, bro. I got genius ideas, bro.
bro,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, Vince Russo. What a tool. Anyways.
And then we have Rikishi and him getting into it now.
Oh yeah, Rikishi was like hardcore. Like I watched that clip of his podcast. He goes, first off, fuck Vince Russo. I was like, whoa, shots fired, man.
Rikishi is like I've never seen someone so testy. Like, where did this come from?
Vince
I've seen
Russo
him like that.
criticized his son.
No, but he's been like this for a while now.
Yeah.
Passionate about his kid, man. I'm with you, Rikishi. I would say fuck Vince Russo too if he said something mocking my kid's reaction to something. Good for you for standing up for him.
Yeah.
Do you think Rikishi sits around the TV going, yeet?
Give him a steep face, oos. That's what I could picture him doing.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to Jericho in the back with
I like
Renee.
your Superman glasses, by the way, JP.
Thank you. They're cool. I love them. They're like little attachments. They just
Very
Oh,
cool.
I didn't realize the same thing you just revealed, like the
Yeah.
secret identity. So now I know you're JP. So if you guys didn't notice, they had the Superman, or not Superman, but DC Comics shit everywhere.
oh yeah.
Now my question is this: is Paul Levesque? How do we get Marvel? How do we get Marvel?
We gotta get the Marvel on Monday Night Raw.
Is this Triple H have the draw like that?
Yeah, don't you remember Triple H's old promos where he's like, John Cena.
Yes.
I'm coming for you. Yeah, that's the draw he used for like all of his promos for like 20 fucking years.
Jericho's in the back with Renee.
You think a shot of your asthma shot? What the hell is this guy?
No, JFB, I will take umbrage with you wearing that damn Vanderbilt hoodie after what
Oh, you're
happened
talking
to my
about
Wildcats this past weekend, but we won't go there any further. Fuck the Commodores. All right. Sorry about that.
Hey, we beat Bama.
You did beat Bama, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, if you beat Bama, you're going to beat Kentucky. That's pretty much a given, but yeah.
By transient properties, we should be SEC champions.
I still wonder how the hell they got the goalpost down to Broadway. Like,
the cops let them. They drove people off Broadway.
I was going to say, because
Now, the
Vanderbilt's
cops
not
must be fans of the team in order to do that.
like Vanderbilt's not really that close to Broadway.
No,
No, it's not.
No.
It was a cool visual. Yeah.
Hey, if anybody's gonna figure out how to do it, it's a Vanderbilt student. 'Cause those kids are smart as hell.
That's the Harvard of the South.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Which is like not.
Jericho says that he feels
Low-hanging fruit.
vindicated and convinced that Briscoe cheated. I don't want to talk anymore about this. It's
So pretty much we're gonna have a rematch.
Yeah.
Next week in a ladders affair.
Ladder War.
Ladder War.
That's a famous Ring of Honor.
I declare a ladder war.
If anybody hasn't seen it, go watch the 2012 Final Battle Ladder War between Kevin Steen and El Generico. It's fucking great. So
Yeah.
Okay, so this should be good then.
Yeah.
Should
Absolutely. Yeah. Let's go to our first match. FTR They're taking on Big Bill and the Bad Apple. Here are a couple of my notes. Kind of disappointed that I'm kind of disappointed that FTR are kind of in a mid-card flux right now. I'm not used to this. For a second there, I thought I was watching WWE. I was going to call them the Revival. It just felt weird. It felt weird seeing them in a mid-card stasis. Lori Tree looked okay. Los Ingobernables were looking on backstage. FTR gets the win, and then the Outrunners come out.
So random.
Which don't get me wrong, I love the Outrunners, but this made no sense.
I don't mind this at all. Like, I feel like if you keep FTR at the top all the time, we're just gonna get sick of them. You can't have them winning all the time. You got to bring them down to earth, and then they're gonna start making their climb again and taking back that gold. Oh yeah! But I enjoyed this match. It was entertaining for what it was. You knew those bozos of the Learning Tree weren't going to beat FTR and Mark Briscoe.
Not at all. No.
Nope, not at all. Lord Ryan Rich, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it was an entertaining tag match. I think Big Bill has started to look a lot better in the last 3 months.
Yeah.
So whatever he's doing, keep it up. He's doing great. But it was a fun match overall. I mean, I was I understood why the Outrunners came out. But it just seemed like a way to get a cheap pop, honestly. So, but it was a fun match.
Lord Rich, I have to talk to you for a second. Tony Hayes says, when you get time, check out the cover of X-Men 207. That is, if you guys like comic books.
It's like a perfect segue.
We have a show on Fridays. It's called the Effin' Comic Store. So check it out.
Yeah.
They talk comics for a full hour.
Yeah.
It's
pretty rad.
Comics, superheroes, whatever. Series, TV shows, cartoons.
Nerd
Anything
stuff.
nerd. Yeah.
Anything nerd.
Who's next on my list?
It's the Effin' Expert.
There you go. Go for it.
I thought it was a damn good match. I mean, of course, I love FTR. You guys know that. They're kind of my go-to, them and Danielson, anytime there's an AEW program. I was very confused by the Outrunners coming out just for no reason at all. I love the Outrunners. They're OVW guys. Shout out to OVW here in Kentucky. So, I appreciate them for that. I love their gimmick. I don't really understand why they came out, but I mean, I'm cool with it. I'm assuming it's leading to something.
Hillary Valley says.
I think I know the reason why the Outrunners came out. Same reason why Adam Cole stood at the top of the ramp for a very prolonged amount of time.
They were behind on time, or they were early on time.
They were extremely early on time.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason. I mean,
I heard someone from production yell out Adam when he was walking up the ramp to stop him.
Oh, I was wondering what that was about.
Yeah.
They're like, Adam. And he was like, oh, crap. Okay.
Turn around, look
I'll
at the
stay here and
camera.
stare at both sides of the thing for another 30 seconds.
Yeah. Point at people. Classic Adam Cole stuff. Do this. Yeah.
I will say this, Matt B. If you got, as long as you're not wearing like a MAGA hat, dress. I want to see what your Hulk Hogan costume's like. Post it on the page.
Yeah.
Well, Hulk Hogan is MAGA now.
Yeah.
So
he is.
Well, no, but we don't want poor Matt B getting all this hate mail or whatever. Right?
Bro, he's wearing a Trump shirt in all of his pictures.
Yeah.
I think the cat's out of the bag. he wears it loud and proud. Do your thing, Matt B.
Go to the Acclaimed.
Not to wear it in the thing, so.
Go to the Acclaimed. They're in the back with Renee. They cut a promo, blah, blah, blah. Everybody loves the Acclaim. Scissor me this, scissor me that. Next thing you know, MVP shows up with Shelton Benjamin, who's in gear, by the way. And they have an exchange. And again, MVP hands him a business card and says, hey, if you want to be champs again, come and see me. So I feel like anybody that's not, I mean, he's going to build quite a faction if he can get just one or two people to be interested besides Shelton Benjamin, Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley, and possibly Swerve. Like it's just, yeah.
I think the key moment here, JP, is when Benjamin comes up and he's staring at Max Caster.
Yeah.
That's the key moment here.
Yeah.
He should have smacked him in his bitch ass face.
Smack Caster.
Well, to me, the key point of this was not that. It was Anthony saying, no, we don't need you, but Max putting the card in his pocket in secret. To me, that was the key part of that. So you could be seeing an Acclaim split come up.
They need a split.
Yeah, they do. Mr. Isaacs?
Yeah, I agree. You guys know Max Caster's not high on my list of people I like these days. I love that Shelton Benjamin was here and they had that little moment. I would love if they played off of Max Caster talking shit about Shelton Benjamin joining. I wish they would have. I think that would have at least generated some buzz. If they
still have an opportunity. They still have an opportunity.
They still have the opportunity. I think they should. I think if I were them, I would do that.
Yeah.
But this was a cool segment. Obviously, they're teasing that everybody's going to join the Hurt Syndicate, so we'll see who eventually does.
Yeah, exactly. All right. We go to our second match of the night. It's going to be Mercedes Moné. She's taking on Queen Aminata. Here's a couple of my notes. I'm really upset with Moné because she basically went back in time, stole my grandmother's bath rug, was in the front of the sink, came back, turned it into a coat, and walked down the. I didn't like it. That's my nana. She had that same shade of red.
How should I watch first?
Camille's already starting shenanigans. We're getting ass faced by Queen Aminata. I'm just gonna say this: Sean and Diesel did this way better. Just gonna put it out there. Anyways, Aminata looked really good. She didn't get the win, obviously. Mercedes Moné did, but Aminata looked really good. She was really powerful, and it was good to see the AEW crowd get behind her quite a bit. Canada Dry, your thoughts on the second match?
I want to mention this crowd. This was a hot crowd tonight.
Oh, yeah.
This was a good, hot crowd.
Yeah.
Way better than last Dynamite's crowd.
Yeah.
I did like Aminata tonight. My one critique at her is when she's running up to her opponents.
Mm-hmm.
She's so slow.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on, you got to get full speed like Brett into the corner like that. Just, but yeah, Aminata, and I really like this match, and I like the interaction with Camille as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Match.
Lord Run Rich.
It was a pretty fun match to watch. Aminata has grown a lot within the last year, and she's finally getting, through Collision and Rampage, and now even on the Dynamite, starting to get to show a little bit of what she can do. And, there's been several injuries in the women's division, so it's nice to see some people like that step up. I just hope that she continues to get better, and that, I did like the interaction between Camille. At least she's like earning a paycheck, so to speak, quote unquote, like she's doing her job as the Diesel-like enforcer. But it was overall, it was a good match. Like I didn't expect that much from it, to be honest with you. but I was pleasantly surprised.
Mr. Isaacs.
Yeah, I enjoyed the match. I thought it was good. Queen Aminata always looks really good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I just wish she would do something other than lose. I mean, it's all she ever does. They trot her out there and have her lose to a big star, and then she disappears back to obscurity and Ring of Honor land again for the 15 people that watch that show. Yeah, but I thought this was a good match, though. I mean, obviously, anytime I see Aminata, I know there's zero chance of her winning. So it kind of takes me out of it a little bit, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
True.
Okay.
I
Let's
wanted
go
to
to,
mention NWA on X yesterday. Natalia Markova officially won the Burke Invitational.
Yeah.
So she's now the #1 contender for the NWA Women's World Title. And I was talking to Talia yesterday, just to reconfirm, the moment she wins that belt, she's coming on the show to celebrate.
Hell yeah.
Holding up that belt.
Awesome.
I love it. Let's go to Renee with Private Party. They basically give the Bucks their props.
Dawsey Chatham Quinn, I'm a job. I like her.
I like that. That's pretty catchy, Dawsey. I like
That's
that.
catchy. I'm a Java.
We got Roman Reigns in the house.
OPC in the house.
Over the counter. Over the counter.
Over the counter Roman Reigns. Over the counter.
They say they want a rematch. Buck says that doesn't work for them, brother. And they leave, and then Stokely shows up. And the best line Stokely of the night was, "They've been here since the Obama administration," which I thought was brilliant.
Stokely is full of these great one-liners.
Yeah. Anybody else want to add anything to it?
He also said Isaiah's the better wrestler anyway, so he can
Singles wrestler.
He's more of a singles wrestler.
Yeah.
So like another tease at breaking up a tag team.
Yeah.
No, I mean they're not
Jesus
really doing
everywhere, guys.
All right. Let's go to the Elite backstage. Basically, they are they're talking about the Stokely is great. They're talking about how today is a special day for AEW. It's Kenny Omega's birthday. And they talk about his diverticulitis. There you go. Finger guns. And
we'll get you there, JFB. We'll get you there.
I know you will. And they talk about how they had to take out some of his intestines, and then they dump a bucket of animal intestines on top of the cake.
I thought that was great.
It was beautiful. It was gorgeous. Anybody want to add anything to it?
I thought this was funny as hell. Of course, I have a morbid sense of humor, so when you get a birthday cake and then you pull out a bunch of like fucking animal livers and intestines and throw it on top of it, it's just funny to me. I like it.
Oh yeah. I loved it. It was perfect. Let's go to the Elite. They're backstage. Oh no, we already talked about them. Let's go to our third match. It's Rocky Romero, Kyle O'Reilly, and Orange Cassidy versus the Bucks and Okada. Here are a couple of my notes. O'Reilly and Okada. That's going to be a banger of a match. That's the direction they're getting ready to go. And with Kyle O'Reilly with Okada for a couple months. Ew, man, that's going to be one hell of a match. I love the Paisley Bucks. I love the Bucks. And just when the match is getting really good, in flies Wheeler Yuta. The fastest I've ever seen that kid run in my life. Boom! Like a dart. Takes out Orange Cassidy. And of course, if Yuta's there, everybody else is there. And they all show up and they decide shenanigans. And they start beating the hell out of Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, and Rocky Romero. And then, of course, in comes Top Flight. They get the hell being out of them. Dark Order, they get the hell being out of them. And then John Moxley basically says, yeah, we're going to war. We're taking over. And It's the cost of doing business. And he made that declaration. And it really excites me. I love where this is going. Canada Dry, your thoughts on the third match in the shenanigans?
So yeah, the beatdowns continue. I love how it's the fringe mid card up and coming guys that are all getting their ass whooped.
Yeah.
And the elite is interesting how the elite play into this. We quite haven't figured that out. They're standing on the outside watching.
Yep.
And did we mention it was Kenny Omega's birthday and they did the guts? Did we already mention that part? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting to see how the elite play into this. Like, are they going to eventually join? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about it, because after the match they go backstage and the elite are back there, and Garcia with Private Party basically say, "Hey, you're going to let this happen? They're festering. They're destroying AEW, something you built 5 years ago." And the Bucks are like, we don't want to get involved. There's no reason for us to get involved. And they walk away. Garcia looks at Private Party and says, "Hey, you guys have my back. I got your back."
I something inside me thinks that the elite are going to be part of this eventually.
Oh yeah. They wouldn't tease this if there wasn't going to be some kind of interaction.
Yeah.
If you remember the original thing where John Moxley, before he turned heel, taps him on the shoulder, taps Jack Perry on the shoulder.
Yeah. Interesting. Lord Ryan Rich, your thoughts?
Yeah, the match itself was fun. I think most of the stuff comes from everything that happens after. Canada Dry mentions all the mid cards and everything, but I think, like they said on commentary, I think Orange Cassidy is going to have a big part to play as one of the heroes of AEW trying to stand up to Mox. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see his role and how that plays out as well.
Yeah. Hell yeah, Mr. Isaacs.
Jerry Lynn talks to Orange Cassidy, and all of a sudden, for the first time in 5 years, he cares about shit. So, but yeah, I thought this was cool. I like the fact that they're creating a chaotic type element here, kind of like a, Retribution / Nexus / old school NWO type feel of they're just going to come out and fuck shit up, and the show is going to be messed up, and people are going to desperately try to salvage the show, and it causes dissension amongst the people that are trying. I think it's cool. I think it did its point. I think the storytelling mechanism is there, and I think they did it well. I'm just curious to see where this is going. I hope they don't drag this whole it's Shane McMahon or whoever thing out through the end of the year, which I'm afraid that's what they're going to do at this point.
Yeah.
If they haven't revealed it by now, they're probably saving it for World's End.
Yeah. Hey,
which makes sense.
Yeah. Go out with a bang.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. Let's go to our fourth match. Leo Rush is taking on Shelton Benjamin here. A couple of my notes. Great way to showcase Shelton Benjamin. Don't feed him a jobber or a local talent. What you do is you feed him a decent guy that's going to be opposite of what he is. And it reminds me how great and underrated Shelton Benjamin is. This guy is one of the most underrated wrestlers of all time. And you got to see tonight, because they made this a match. This wasn't a squash. This wasn't a 3-minute match. I mean, they pushed each other to the limit. It was a legit match. And even though I'm not a fan of Leo Rush, I thought he was a perfect partner for Shelton Benjamin. So he beats Shelton Benjamin, he beats Leo Rush. MVP comes in, he takes his business card, tucks it in his tights, and he starts talking about Swerve and how this is going to be his future if he doesn't join and blah, blah, blah. And he says, "Hey, I'm not going to fight you, but my business partner might want to fight you, Shelton Benjamin." So then we go back and we see Swerve, and Swerve basically says, "Anytime, anywhere, wherever you want to go, I'm there." Canada Dry, your thoughts? Fourth match in that?
Sheldon Benjamin's still so good.
Yeah.
He's still so good. And it's been a while since we had a really good Shelton Benjamin match.
Yeah.
So this was like being in the desert and finally getting a cup of water.
Yeah.
Leo Rush looked great in this. I like the size difference was quite different. Like Shelton Benjamin is not a small guy.
No.
I think that, and I love it if they did this. They bring in Leo Rush to be Bobby Lashley's mouthpiece again. It'd just be so cool.
Yes.
They
I
played
love
it
when he
back.
would get on the mic. He'd be like, Lashley.
Yes, this would be amazing.
Oh, Lord Ryan Rich, your thoughts?
Well, this was actually the first Shelton Benjamin match I've ever seen. So he was good. I enjoyed watching them together. It was a fun match.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to seeing more of what Shelton has to offer.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to find out in 2 weeks because he's taking on Swerve at the Fright Night or whatever they're calling it. That's an expert.
Fright Night Dynamite.
Fright Night Dynamite.
Yeah, I thought this was a damn good match. I would say that Shelton Benjamin looks like an ass kicker.
Yeah.
He looks like he makes at least half the roster in AEW look like small children.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he just looks so tough compared to everybody else. Yeah. So it looked like he was beating up a child in there. But I love Leo Rush too. I think he's fantastic. I do think Leo Rush is going to join the Hurt Syndicate. I think they're going to reunite him. But yeah, Shelton Benjamin looked like $1 million here. Absolutely phenomenal. Love that he's here. Him and Swerve are going to put on a hell of a match. Hey, it's a little Ryan Rich.
Is Connor
before bed, young man?
Is Connor going to join AFW League?
It's still in discussion.
Okay, we got some negotiations going on.
Preliminary talks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed the match. I love that Shelton Benjamin's here. Him and Swerve are going to put on a hell of a match. It's obvious that Swerve's going to beat him, and then Lashley's going to make an appearance, and then we're going to have him and Lashley.
Yep. I love it. We get Don Callis press conference. He comes out originally with Brian Cage, your Ring of Honor television champion, which is funny because they're not on television, but nonetheless, I digress. Lance Archer. He then invites Konosuke Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher. So Takeshita says he's going to travel around the world and he's going to defend the belt. And if you're a wrestler and you want a shot, come on down. So I love it because I think we're going to get some guys from New Japan. We might get some guys from CMLL.
We have a match planned in Canada here in the new new promotion.
Maple. Yeah, Maple Leaf.
Yeah. So there you go. And Clive Fletcher, he was talking about how, hashtag why Kyle why, and he said, too bad. I'm not going to tell you. Oh my God, it's so revolutionary. I couldn't have seen that coming from a mile away. Canada Dry, your thoughts?
Okay, so I love this for Brian Cage. He's with a big man faction. They're him and Lance Archer going after the tag belts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving this. Two mammoth dudes.
Yeah.
Just going after the tag belts.
Yeah.
Like get them some spikes on their shoulders or something. Like the monster and the machine. I like it.
Yeah. Lord Ryan Rich.
I like this for Brian Cage as well. I'm glad that he's getting some push here. It's good to see. I thought it was funny when Kyle Fletcher was like, too bad. I'm not going to tell you. I was like, that's very juvenile, but I like it. It makes me laugh. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see Monster and Machine go after the tag titles there. That could be an interesting development for them.
Yeah. Mr. Isaacs.
Yeah, for God's sake, do something with them. Don't just have Lance Archer wrestle once every 6 to 8 months and, Brian Cage mostly wrestle in Ring of Honor. I would love to see these two as a tag team. I think it'd be fantastic. I mean, they would kind of look like, the Road Warriors or the, Powers of Pain or somebody like that. I mean, that's what they would look like, especially in this day and age when most of the wrestlers look like they're 150 pounds soaking wet. So I'm all for it. I think that would be great. I like this little promo from the Don Callis family. I thought Fletcher did a really good job. And I'm curious to see where they're going with this. And I to piggyback on what you guys said, I saw that Takeshita is going to now defend the championship in Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling against Josh Alexander. So there's going to be some cross-pollination going on here, and they're apparently having a relationship with AEW. So
Okay.
And they're calling it TNA with the EH.
TNA?
Yes, they copyrighted this.
That's cool.
That's hilarious. Just a stab in the back of the old company.
That is funny. That is funny.
All right. So before we go any further, what's going to be in the flower shop?
Do you guys have any ideas?
I don't know. I don't know. I never come up with these things.
I am befuddled.
Oh, let's put a pin in that, and we'll see.
Oh, I know. Favorite sitcom.
There we go.
Favorite sitcom
Of all time?
Yeah.
I assume, yeah. All right.
Oh,
okay. Let's go to Renee. She's in the back with Mariah May. Mariah's complaining. Boo hoo hoo. Nobody wants to wrestle me. Nobody good. You need to go to Canada, to Mexico, to Japan. Find me someone. And guess who steps up? None other than Anna Jay. And of course, Mariah May makes her exit, and Anna Jay and Christopher Daniels, who is stunned, look yonder to see if they can see her. Who wants to add anything?
Anna Jay look awkward as hell doing this.
Thank you.
I mean, it looks so, like she should have put about a 30 on it, and she put about a 90 on it. Like she came flying into the frame and like smacked the belt out of her hand. And just like she was like over enthusiastic. She should have reeled it in a little bit. It would have looked more real and looked a little better.
Yeah. Okay. Renee's in the back, and she's with Ricochet, and Ricochet gives Takeshita his props. Trevor Mann, the man known as Ricochet, cannot cut a promo to save his life.
No.
He's
really
like, ever since I came to AEW, I remain unbeaten. Dude, you had 3 matches. Like, really, honestly, you had 3 matches. You don't have a leg to stand on. You had 3 matches. Oh, God. Anyways, it was a really lame promo. It just was lame. Just lame.
Lame-o.
Can't enjoy your thoughts.
Sorry, I'm in a DM with Natalia Markova right now. Could you remind me of what it was?
The Renee with Ricochet.
I didn't think it was that bad. I liked what he was saying for the fact that Max Caster calls himself the best wrestler alive.
Yeah.
And he makes a valid point. You need to earn that distinction in the ring, sir, in your matches. And Max Caster, you haven't done that. So listen to Ricochet and his advice, please. And keep your big mouth shut. And if you like our shirt, you can buy it at Pro Wrestling Tees /Evan Wrestling. Max Caster.
Yeah.
Max Caster did not like our shirt.
Well, he did. He looked at it. He said,
He
"What is
looked
the
at
shirt?"
it. He looked at it, and then when he found out it was a YouTube channel, he went all
Well, clearly
Hollywood.
he liked it because he commented, right? But he's like, "Oh, I don't like what that is about. I like what it looks like." This is pretty much what
Yeah,
he's saying.
he did. He did.
He thought maybe we're Hell's Angels or something.
I don't know what he thought. I don't know. I don't know what he didn't like I was wearing a podcast shirt though, and he refused to take a picture with me, so he can eat shit.
All I gotta say is, if Lord Ryan Rich wore his shirt that said "All Effing Wrestling," perhaps Max Caster would have walked up to him and talked to him. But oh no, Lord Ryan Rich wore a Lord Ryan Rich shirt. It's baller, straight up baller. To show up on wrestling with your own shirt and you get on TV.
That's what I thought. And I was on TV.
Yeah.
So we got exposure for the effing wrestling store from me wearing that anyways.
There you go.
Because the only place you can buy your Lord Ryan Rich shirt is at prowrestlingtees.com /effing wrestling.
Yeah.
Hey, gents, I'm gonna have to cut out. I'm spent for the night. I love y'all. Effing expert.
Before you go,
I was gonna give you my rating. I'm gonna give 3.75 tonight. I think it was just kind of a flat show.
Yeah.
Hey,
What?
get some
I don't even care what your rating is.
Okay.
I want to know what your favorite sitcom is.
Favorite sitcom? Are we talking like comedy or just any like regular
Well,
show?
sitcom has to be comedy, sir.
Okay, so 30. Well, you're talking like a 30-minute sitcom. Okay.
Yeah.
Big Bang Theory, hands down.
Okay.
Me and my family, we watched it probably 2 years ago or something like that when we got HBO Max for the first time.
Yeah.
And it has become such a staple in our family that when we don't feel well, we throw on Big Bang Theory because if nothing else, we know it's going to give us a couple of laughs.
Yeah.
We've watched Young Sheldon all the way through now. We're going to watch George and Mandy that starts premiering tomorrow. So that whole universe as a really means a lot to my family just because it brings us together and it gives us a lot of laughs. And I cherish anything that gives my family that kind of peace.
I like it.
And Penny's freaking hot.
Yeah, Penny is super hot. And you know what? Think amongst yourselves. JFB, you think hard. Tell me another actress in another sitcom that showed their feet and their toes more than Penny did in that show. You never will. You never see toes on TV. Penny, she was like, I'm showing them things off because I'm trying to get some viewers.
She's like, I got OnlyFans where people will pay to see these feet.
That's a kind thing compared to what some people do on OnlyFans. So if a foot fetish is as far as you go, you're pretty light in the category.
Well, that's what Feet Finder's for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I love y'all. Canada Dry. I'll see you Friday night, sir.
Take care of yourself, Rich. Get better,
Comic
buddy.
book.
Yeah,
Thanks,
get
guys.
better,
That's
brother.
a comic book store.
Yep, effing comic book store Friday night, 8 p.m.
I
Eastern.
always say the name of the show wrong. It's the effing comic store, not book. There's no book in
Yeah,
the store.
I know. It's hard not to say because comic and book do go together.
Bit synonymous, but yeah.
Adios, guys.
And
AFW Network. Love you guys.
I am talking to Natalia Markle right
Natalia,
now.
you kicking ass, girl.
Hey, are you plotting secret AFW business with Natalia?
I can't reveal.
All right. Fair enough.
All right, let's go to our fifth and final match. We got Jay White, the Switchblade, going against my dad, Christian. Here's some of my notes. One of the guns is missing. Is he hurt? Is he sick? I don't know. Is he arrested? Did he attend a rally? I don't know. But he's just missing. He's just not there. I feel like I guess the Bang Bang Gang is now going to be face. I'm getting that.
They've been turning face for a bit here.
Yeah, they've been trending face for a while now.
I don't know how I feel about this. It was good to see Christian taking big bumps. You know. That's why he doesn't wrestle every week. Because
if he's gonna do it, he's gonna do it well.
Yeah. Any possible shenanigans were averted. The Bang Bang Gang got kicked out. They grabbed Nick Wayne and dragged him. His mom followed through. So Jay White grabs the turtleneck and pulls it up over his head. That's why you don't wear a turtleneck when you wrestle. Guys, come on. That's wrestling 101. They teach you that at wrestling school.
Yeah.
Or maybe FTW wrestling school.
They do. I inquired. I said, can I wear a turtleneck? They're like, what are you, an idiot? I said, no. They said, you can't wear a turtleneck and wrestle. And I said, aha. So Kip Sabian shows up. like anybody cares about this storyline. And then
I think they're gonna start having this make sense now because he did help with the win.
Well, no, because what happened was Adam Page comes way too early, lays down in front of the ring so the ref doesn't see him, with the strangest look on his face, like he's getting ready to skin and hump a body. Just looks crazy.
No, I disagree, JFB. Because they both came early. And then they both got scared away.
Yeah.
And then they both came back. So it's like, I feel like they wanted to show their presence and then have it all. No, I think it was on purpose.
No, yeah, I believe you, but
I prefer JFB's necrophilia theory.
Hey, all I gotta say is this: if you're gonna buy a murder kit, it's only one place to go, and that's Lord Ryan Rich's Murder Kit Emporium. We got thousands of murder kits.
They're in a secret room in the comic store.
Is that what it is?
I don't want to go to that room. It's a kill room. It's a kill room. Anyways,
it's not a kill room.
Eventually, Hangman Page. Yeah, Hangman Page gets his revenge on Jay White. Christian gets the pin. He goes off, and that's how we end the show. Cannon Dry, your thoughts on the fifth and final match?
Yeah, I feel like because in the story, Kip Sabian's distracting the ref. Hangman comes in with the big clothesline.
Yeah.
This should finally win his Christian's approval. And since Kill Switch is out for a number,
yeah,
makes perfect sense to bring in Kip Sabian as the replacement.
Okay.
But I really enjoyed this match. I liked. I've never seen these two together.
Yeah.
Before,
Yeah,
so it was an interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
And I liked it. It's interesting to see what Christian's going to do with this this contract he has, this guaranteed contract that he can carry. He carries around with him.
Yeah.
He's not cashing that thing anytime soon at all.
No.
Would you want to cash in on Moxley?
Not under these conditions. Nope.
No. Mr. Isaacs.
Yeah, this was a damn good match. I mean, this is two of the most solid in-ring guys AEW has, period. Christian Cage and Jay White. It's two of the absolute best that they have. As far as poor Kip Sabian goes, I can tell you from being at Dynamite a few weeks ago when the patriarchy was in the ring and Kip Sabian walked out to ringside, literally not a single fan said anything or recognized him or reacted, and he walked right past us like 10 rows of people. I mean, the poor guy's just not over. You know, we'll see what happens here. You know, it's obvious they're going to shoot him in here at some point, and you hopefully he does well with it. I mean, I do think he's a talented guy, but he's like not over at all. But this is a damn good match, though.
They can get him over. He just needs some talking.
Yeah.
They need to make him this wormy little salesman or something.
Yeah.
A salesman. I like that. He's going to sell you a 1992 convertible. That's
Yes. He's like, hey, I can get your first car there. What's the kid's name? Nick Wayne. I can hook you up with a very nice car. It's like, oh,
yeah. Just give me $300 and I will give you this 1993 convertible and a bucket of fried chicken. There you go.
Nick Wayne. Mom, can I have it? Mom, can I have it, Mom?
Oh my God.
Oh, anything for you, Nikki.
Time to go into the flower shop, ladies and gentlemen. We talk about our favorite match, favorite segment, number of bells, and our favorite sitcom of all time. Canada Dry, you go first.
And of course, the flower shop is brought to you by adorable Adrian Adonis. Visit his Pro Wrestling Tees shop because we run it.
Yeah.
That's Pro Wrestling Tees /Adrian Adonis.
There you go.
All right.
That's a nice smooth ride. Just not too long. It's nice smooth ride. Did you say I'm going first?
Yeah.
Wow. That's nice. My favorite match of the night was Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Shelton Benjamin match. I enjoy seeing him back in a prominent role. Like even when he's hurt business, he didn't do much.
Yeah.
So I'm good. I'm glad that he's like the guy who's starting it off and getting this thing rolling.
Yeah.
My favorite segment, it's got to be. There wasn't very segment heavy on this one. Yeah, that's a tough one with segments. There's not. I'm going to go with John Moxley at the opener.
Okay.
And my favorite sitcom is The Office.
Yeah.
I love this show. I've watched this over and over again, this whole series. But there's nothing I'm like, I guess I'm watching The Office again.
Yep.
I'm on the last season again.
Yeah.
Where Andy's just this big old douche. I'm going to give this show 4.3 because I really, really enjoyed this show. I thought it was a fun show. I don't know.
Okay.
Rich is I think he's sick. If you watch something sick, are you going to enjoy it?
Probably not.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think the sickness plays into his rating.
Okay. Mr. Isaacs.
Yeah, for match of the night, I'm also in agreement with my buddy Aaron here. Our mind synchronicity continues. Is Leo Rush versus Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah.
My segment of the night, I'm going with the backstage brawl with the BCC and the Dark Order and Top Flight. I'm going with that as my segment of the night because it's not a match, technically a segment.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, and my overall rating here, I'm going to go with 3.75. I thought the work as far as the angles go, the storytelling was really good. I would have liked to have seen another top tier match on the card. I think that would have pushed it over 4 for me. Favorite sitcom of all time, Seinfeld.
Yeah,
the king. That's the king of sitcoms. Seinfeld. Yeah. Case closed.
Okay. So the flow of the show was really good, though, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think so. I would just would have liked to have seen one more like big match. Yeah. A main event caliber match on the show. That would have pushed it over 4 to me. But the lack of that, the storytelling was really good. The lack of a major match, I think 3.75 is my score.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go favorite match. I'm going to go with you guys. Shelton Benjamin, Leo Rush was just a fantastic match. It was a great match. Favorite segment, I'll agree with the FN expert. The backstage brawl was just brilliant because they outnumbered them vastly and they still got their asses handed to them. I'm going 3.5. I gotta say that this just felt, it was good, but it didn't excite me. When you got Full Gear, and they're advertising Full Gear for November, so you gotta start picking up the pace. I thought the Adam Cole fell flat. There was just no energy.
I thought it was everything. This was probably the best Dynamite I've watched in a while. So I don't know what you guys are probably running on low fizz.
Yeah, we're on low on the CD, the Canada.
You're low on the fizz. You
I
gotta
don't
get
have
bubbled
any
up.
fizz. It's water, pal. This is H2O.
That's the problem. There's
Premium H2O. All right,
You need some sparkle in that water.
bro. I can't do caffeine at 11:30 at night Eastern time when I got to get up and go to work.
Sparkling water. There's no caffeine in sparkling water.
Well, what's the point of that? Does the sparkles give you energy? Are they energy sparkles? Is it like crystal meth? Like, what is it?
Whoa. This is a family program, sir.
After we talked about necrophilia earlier.
That's over the line. Crystal meth is where we draw the line.
Oh, I gotcha. What I really was talking about was crystal math, the math tutorial that'll teach you algebra. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, I see where you're going there. Yeah, crystal
Dropping numbers, yo. What's that cumulative score?
Oh, does anyone know math here?
Bro, I'm not a mathematician. That's Joe's job, and he's no longer part of this program. So,
So I did 4.3.
Yeah, wait, hold on. I'm pulling up my calculator right now.
See if we can come up with something here.
Plus
let's
3.5.
give JFB about a good half hour here. We'll come up with our cumulative score.
What was Rich's?
Oh, geez. What
3.5?
3.5, yeah.
3.5.
3.9? I think we're around 3.9, maybe.
Cumulative score is 3.7625.
Okay,
All
that's
right.
close. That was close.
That's cool. That's not a bad score. That's good.
All right, guys, time to wrap it up, which means, how do I find you? Well, I live in an unknown address, but if you want
You want to find them? How do you find us?
Yeah, how do you find us?
I'm right here.
Down below. All those links, just clickety-clack on your keyboard, hit enter, and you found AFW, and we'll love you for who you are. Doesn't matter where you're from. We love you because you're a wrestling fan, and we're wrestling fans. So on behalf of Canada Dry, the effing expert, Mr. Isaacs, I am the JFB.
And I'm going to keep it short. I'm going to keep it simple. Raise your fist in the air. Put the devil in a sharpshooter. And just keep fighting.
This has been
We
an
haven't used that
effing
logo in
worldwide
like
media
10 years.
production.
What's the world doing? What's the earth doing there? I guess my dad. That's not the champions.
You can find us on all social media platforms
What's going on there? Now I'm just getting dizzy
like
with all these
Facebook,
social media.
Twitter,
Not
and
happening.
others.
What is that G+?
Head over to our YouTube channel at
Yeah, that's the YouTube channel you're watching right now.
youtube.com/effing wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe.
Yeah, all these
Want
outdated
some
shirts.
swag? Head
All
to our
these outdated
store
shirts,
at
I want.
prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling.
This good looking guys right there. Handsome as hell.
You can find all these links and
That
much
mask
more
dude is freaking me out.
at our awesome
Freaking me
website,
out. Video games,
effingwrestling.com.
I love video games.
As the JFB always says, you can book it.
Okay. That voiceover work you